I met so many men and it's like they're all the same. My appetite for loving is now my hunger pain. And when I'm feeling sexy, who's gonna comfort me? My only problem is their insecurity.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my very first men's fragrance review. In the past I've done a lot of perfume reviews, but they've all been for women's perfume. So today I thought it would be fun to sort of branch off into the cologne world. I have some colognes. I don't have as many colognes as I have women's perfumes, but I do have some. And one that I really like wearing that I got about 2 weeks ago is Jennifer Lopez's One men's fragrance. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a huge J.Lo perfume fan. I have basically the entire collection. And I sort of didn't get her One men's one when it first came out in 2008 because I didn't love it, and I'm not a huge fan of cologne, so I sort of just, let that one go. But eventually I sort of came around and I really started to like it, and it was a J.Lo, so I thought it would have been perfect to sort of add to my collection. And I thought it would be great to sort of start off my cologne reviews by doing the J.Lo cologne. So here it is. This is the Deseo For Men. This one came out in 2008. I've done a Deseo For Women review because there's one for women and one for men. That one I sort of put out a little while ago. So this is the same style box and bottle, but this is the men's version. So I'll show you the box again. Though this time around it's a black box. It still has that sort of woodsy texture to it, like it sort of tries to appear as bark on a tree. It says Deseo For Men with like a nice silver streak going around, and that kind of continues along. And it says Deseo For Men, Jennifer Lopez on the box there, on the bottom. Okay, so now I want to show you guys the bottle that Deseo For Men comes in. So here it is. And I have to say, as far as men's fragrances go, I'd say this one is definitely more unique than a lot of other ones. I noticed with the cologne bottles, a lot of them are sort of kind of boring looking. Like a lot of them are very square, very just like rectangular bottles, something like that. And this one is a nice sort of like gem. It's just like the Deseo For Women, but the colors are different. So all around it's like this sort of prismatic jewel, something that you would find like buried in the earth. And it's black this time around. And the lid actually comes off like this. So the whole bottle sort of divides in half. And this part is like sort of like a thinner plastic, while this part is a glass. And then it sprays out here, and it says Deseo For Men along the rim there. Actually, the bottle itself, it appears black, but really, I noticed this the other day when I sort of took it, and I was like bringing it somewhere with me, and the light had shone on it, and I noticed that it's actually not completely black. It's a very, very deep, deep purple. So this is something that I feel like not many people know about Deseo. I'm going to try and show you in the light. Okay, so I've put it in the light here, and if you notice, like right on the base, that's where like the dark purple is, and it sort of like comes upwards and goes around the base there. I don't know if the camera's gonna like get all of that, but it looks really, really nice. It's I think that helps sort of add to its unique sort of appeal, and oh, I just love how it like sparkles in the sun. Okay, let's get back to it. Alright, so that is the box and bottle for Deseo. Now the scent itself is, it's a very woodsy, foresty kind of scent. The Deseo For Women, if you watch my review, you might remember me saying that it smells like a rainforest, like a jungle, like it has a lot of exotic plants and florals to it, but mainly it's like the green sort of plants. With Deseo For Men, it's the same sort of atmosphere, but rather than being an exotic rainforest, it's just kind of like a woods, like it's just a regular forest. So you're going to smell cedar and just a lot of woodsy notes to it. And there's even some field berries mixed into it. So it really does smell like a nice warm forest on like a warm summer's day. So in the top note of Deseo For Men, we have some citrus fruits like yuzu and lemon. and those were also used in the Deseo for Women. But for this one, we have red berries as well as some cedar. So for when you first spray it, you really get a nice burst of that fresh evergreen forest kind of scent. And I really noticed the field berries, the red berries that are mixed in with it. They're probably the strongest part of the scent. So this is a sweeter men's fragrance. But because the cedar is mixed in and the spices and the whole forest appeal, it's not like a sugary sweet, it's really like a fresh kind of sweet. So I really like that. That was sort of what drew me to it. I find like a lot of men's fragrances are either too lemony or too spicy. The ones that I do have they have some sort of fruit in them, there's some sort of like sweetness. And for Deseo for Men, it is the red field berries that are mixed in with the top note that give it its sort of main character. So once the top note fades a little bit, the lemon and yuzu are kind of gone. The berries are still there, but not as strong. And then we start to get the really woodsy aspect of it. So we get things like orris root, tobacco leaf, and like a lot of these other sort of woods I've never even heard of before that are sort of mixed into the heart to give that overall very fresh forest kind of scent. So at this point in the scent, the berries are a little bit sort of drying down a bit, so they're not as juicy as they were in the top. And that's kind of like good, because at this point you kind of want a little bit of like a holdback for those berries. So I think it's a good way to sort of mix in more of like a spicy cedar aspect to the scent to give it a better balance. And the base of the fragrance is a very typical base. You have patchouli, sandalwood, musk. There is a bit of vanilla in the scent, but I feel like it doesn't come out very strongly. So like once you sort of dry down, to me it basically just smells like more woods, maybe a couple of leaves, like dry leaves. It's not like a vanilla sweet scent, it's just like a very light sandalwood, leafy kind of dry down to it. So in terms of other products for Deseo for Men, you can get it in a gift set. I don't have any of the other products, I just have the one bottle. This is the 50 milliliter. You can get it in a 100 milliliter and also a 30, although I've never actually seen the 30 selling. And then you can get a gift set, and in the gift set you can get a deodorant, an aftershave balm. I've also seen a mini travel size, like a roll-on of the Deseo for Men, and a bathroom bag. And the bathroom bag is basically just like a black bag. I'm not even sure if it even says, well, it probably says Deseo somewhere, but I didn't see it on the front. So I can't really review the deodorant or the aftershave because I don't have them, but you can get those ones if you're interested. So in conclusion, I would say that JLo did a pretty good job with her first men's cologne. It's very fresh, it's a lighter scent. This was Eau de Toilette. So having said that, the lasting power is actually not the greatest. I've had other men's fragrances that have lasted a lot longer than this one, but I think it's good enough for it. I think it's perfect to wear, maybe not on a summer's day, more of like a spring day or even a fall day. Somewhere where it's a little cooler but not like super cold and definitely not super hot. To sort of wrap up the scent quickly, again, it is basically like a forest. Just like a forest or ravine that you would smell all of like the leaves, the cedar, the berries, the woods, all of those together make up the sort of overall atmosphere of Deseo for Men. Love the bottle, love the packaging, and I would recommend this one. So if you're a guy or girl who likes men's fragrances that are a little sweeter, then this one is going to be good for you. I feel like it's a little different than a lot of the other woodsy scents, so it stands out that way. But overall, it's not like a groundbreaking scent, but overall I think it is worth at least trying. So that's it for my Jennifer Lopez Deseo for Men review. If you guys really like this one, I can do reviews of my other men's fragrances. I have a bunch of David Beckham scents and then some Diesel and other ones. So I can do those as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys later for some more reviews.